Hello everyone, welcome to our tea cake class, and this is the Sinful lava cake slash lava cake alalanga. So the first layer is the choco moist layer. So we need 2 tin cans for this recipe. So yung choco moist na to, kasya siya sa 2 tin cans. Actually, may konti pang sobra. Siguro pwede ka pang gumawa ng isang bento cake na maliit sa sobra niya. So, yung mga exact measurements is already posted in our Facebook group. Nasa featured tab po ang ating recipe. So, ayan yung mga complete measurements. So, dito naman sa mga clips nito, pinapakita ko lang yung mga measurements ng each ingredient that we are using. So, ayan, after natin ma-sieve lahat ng dry ingredients, kailangan natin siyang i-whisk to combine everything. So, ayan, kapag uniform in color na siya, that means na okay na siya. Okay na yung pagkakamix natin sa kanya. So, we are going to set this aside. Next thing we're going to do is, we are going to make the buttermilk. So, you need half a cup of full cream milk. So, it's important na gumamit tayo ng full cream milk kasi it has a lot of fat in it and it keeps the cake moist. So, naglagay din tayo ng vinegar para mag-clump up yung ating milk and nakagawa tayo ng buttermilk. So, now we are readying the wet ingredients such as the oil, the sugar. So, as you can see, mas marami yung ating brown sugar to keep our cake moist and flavorful because brown sugar has molasses in it. It provides nice aroma and flavor and of course texture as well. Then we are going to add 1 egg and then plus 1 egg yolk. So bakit yung isa egg yolk lang? So kasi yung egg white, drying agent siya sa ating baked goods. So we want to avoid that. Gusto nang natin yung extra fat which is nanggagaling sa yolk. Kaya yun lang ang in-add natin. Then, ayan. Sa mga nagtatanong, yes, pwede rin naman na ibuong egg nyo na. Pero expect a little bit of difference in terms of texture of the cake. Kasi medyo drying ang egg whites. So, ayan, i-whisk lang natin until all of it are combined. Ayan. So, gamit lang tayo ng whisk. So, hindi tayo gumagamit ng any mixers. So, we are just going to mix by hand. So, by this way, we do not overmix the batter. So, ayan, after natin na-mix, maglagay lang tayo ng almond extract. You can also use vanilla. So, gumamit lang ako ng almond extract for a more nutty taste. Kasi yung vanilla, hindi ganong lasa yung flavor niya. Pero yung almond extract, mas lasa. And bagay din siya sa choco moist. So, para maiba naman. So, ayan. After it is evenly distributed, okay na yan. Then, now, we are going to make the hot coffee mixture. Ayan. Gumagamit tayo ng hot na water so that we can be able to bloom the cocoa. Blooming the cocoa helps na lumabas yung flavor niya and aroma. So, naglagay din tayo ng 1 teaspoon of espresso powder sa ating hot coffee mixture. So, ayan. Ganito yung technique ko sa pag-combine ng wet and dry ingredients. So, yung dry ingredients, sinahati ko sa 3. Ito yung pangalawang addition. Then, lagay ng buttermilk. By this way, we incorporate the wet and dry ingredients better without overmixing it. So, ayan, ilagay ko na yung the rest of the buttermilk and then after that, ilalagay ko na lahat ng natira sa ating flour mixture. So, ayan. Then, konting pag-mix lang. Ayan. Yung just until visible na yung mga wet. And then now, lalagay na natin dyan yung ating diluted coffee. So, ayan. Yung pag-mix po natin is very gentle lang. Hindi natin gustong ma-overmix ito or else magiging puff or dense ang ating cake. So, dapat gentle lang ang pag-mix. And to get rid of the lumps, we need to also strain it. Kasi kapag ini-strain, napapansin ko, yung texture ng cake is nagiging melt in the mouth. Kaya, we should not skip this step. So, importante yan. And also, mare-remove yung mga lumps. Kasi kapag pinilit natin na i-mix lang, then, may tendency na ma-overmix. Kaya, gumamit na lang tayo ng strainer to get rid of the lumps. So, ayan. As you can see, may mga lumps, diba? Ang dami niya. And, by straining it, we are eliminating the lumps. And at the same time, mas nag-smoothen out yung ating choco moist mixture. So, this should be the consistency you are looking for. Hindi siya sobrang thin. Tamang-tama lang yung kanyang consistency. Then, sa butter, makagawa ka ng 585 grams. Each tin can, maglalagay tayo ng 220 grams of butter. Ayan. So, we are measuring it by weight para accurate yung kakalabasan ng ating layer na to. Kasi, kapag mga ganitong cakes, dapat maayos yung pagkaka-weigh natin para evenly yung pagkakaano ng layers natin. Kasi, we are doing a layered cake, diba? So, dapat yung mga layers niya are even. So, ayan. Pwede na pong directly mag-bake into our tin cans. Kaya, as you can see, sa tin can na ako mag-bake. Then, light it up natin to remove air bubbles. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes at 150 C. As you can see, super moist and flat ng ating choco moist cake. Kaya, we bake it at a lower temperature. So, next, we're going to do the next layer, which is dark chocolate ganache layer. So, we are going to be using a lot of chocolate in this. Kasi, based sa mga nakita ko sa mga picture ni Langga, yung second layer niya is ganache siya. And medyo may pagkamatigas siya. So, that's why we are going to use a higher chocolate ratio. Pero may twist itong sa akin. Hindi lang siya basta ganache. Para mas dumami siya or maging budget version, naglagay tayo ng full cream milk and also ng condensed milk. Kasi sa ganitong paraan, mas dadami yung ating ganache. In fact, we are able to make 800 grams ng ganache. And you can do a lot of tin cans with this. If itatry nyo itong recipe, I suggest na i-half nyo siya. Kung gusto nyo for konti lang. Kasi ito, maraming nagagawa ng recipe na to. So, ayan. Naglagay tayo ng instant espresso powder and also, again, almond flavor. Kasi gusto ko nga maiba naman since laging vanilla yung ginagamit. But it also complements the chocolate flavor. And as you can see, sobrang konti lang nang nilalagay natin kasi napakatapang nito. Pag na-overdo nyo, hindi siya maganda. Medyo overpowering yung lasa niya. Kaya, konti lang inilalagay ko. Parang kalahati lang ng takip niya kasi hindi tayo pwedeng gumamit ng teaspoon kasi pag yung teaspoon yung ginamit, parang siya, sobra-sobra. So, ayan, after natin malagay yung coffee powder, ilalagay na natin yung ating cocoa powder. So, we use 50 grams. So, bakit may cocoa pa may chocolate na nga? So, kasi mas gusto natin na talagang chocolatey yung flavor niya. Kasi nga, di ba, siya? Bitterness lava cake. Kailangan may pagka-dark chocolate yung lasa niya. And, also, make sure to use dark chocolate compound or bittersweet compound. Wag po yung milk kasi yung milk medyo matamis siya. So, ayan, after natin malagay yung mga ingredients, i-mix lang natin until combined ganito. So, super sorry kasi hindi ko pala na-click yung pag-video ko para sa paggawa ng yung almost half ng paggawa ng chocolate ganache. So, ito na yung na-videohan ko, yung paglagay lang ng butter. Pero, sobrang dali lang naman po ng process. So, after natin ma-mix, diba, earlier yung mga nilagay natin na ingredients, isasalang lang natin sa mahinang apoy, and then ilalagay lang natin yung chocolate compound and also yung cornstarch slurry, yung cornstarch plus water, ayun. Then, after nun, ganito na yung magiging outcome niya. Then, naglagay lang tayo ng butter. So, ayan. Super simple lang naman yung mga na-miss na video. So, ayan. Nasa ano naman natin to, yung nasa recipe infographic natin, yung procedure ng paggawa. So, sorry kung hindi ko na videohan kasi hindi ko pala na-click yung shutter button. Kaya yun hindi na videohan. Pero yun lang naman po. After na po natin ma-mix siya, isasalang natin sa apoy. Then, pagka medyo warm na siya, tsaka nang natin ilalagay yung chocolate. And then, stir lang natin until melted yung chocolate. And then, after we have melted the chocolate, lalagay natin yung cornstarch slurry. So, yung cornstarch slurry, para mas maging thick siya kasi nga naglagay tayo ng full cream milk. So, gusto natin na sobrang maging thick yung ating chocolate ganache. Kasi based on the picture na mga nakikita ko sa FB ng lava cake ni Langga, yung second layer na is medyo solid siya. Dense yung pagka-chocolate niya. So, that's why we also use a higher chocolate ratio compound kumpara sa cream. So, ayan. I-mix lang natin hanggang maging smooth yung ating chocolate ganache. So, ayan. Also, if may mga konting lumps, you can also strain the chocolate ganache to get rid of the lumps. So, ayan. Kung makita nyo, super ganda ng ating ganache. Napaka-shiny and at the same time, super smooth. So, kailangan natin na ganito yung ganache para madali lang yung layering process natin mamaya. So, ayan, mix-mix lang naman yung ginagawa natin kapag gumagawa ng chocolate ganache. Nothing too hard or complicated. So, ayan, actually, matagal-tagal ko din talaga siyang minix. Wala po itong cut. Para makita niyo yung buong process. So, ayan. Kasi, I want to make sure na wala ng buo-buong chocolate dun sa ating ganache. Kaya, ayan. Kaya, medyo matagal ko siyang i-mix. So, again, ganun lang naman yung ginawa. Minimix lang po natin until everything is well combined and melted. So, later, balikat ko kayo ulit for the voice over. For now, ito lang muna yung process. You can watch it na. So, by this time, I already finished cooking the ganache. So, as you can see, may mga konting lumps pa nga eh. So, that's why I have strained it. And as you can see, sobrang smooth na niya. So, you can also strain your chocolate ganache to get rid of the lumps. So, ayan, super ganda ng ating ganache. It is shiny and very smooth. So, kapag niref mo na to, magsiset na siya. And gaganda na yung feel niya. So, next layer is yung choco mousse layer. So, maraming akong napapanood na mga feedback sa choco moist lava cake ni Langga na parang lasang ice cream daw yung layer na to. So, ito, gagawin natin is choco mousse. Kapag nag-set ito sa ref, lasa din po itong parang chocolate ice cream siya. So, ayan. So, yung mga ingredients again nito is already listed in our Facebook group, which you can always view anytime. Nasa feature tab lang po natin. And for the dry ingredients na ilalagay natin dito tulad ng powdered milk, dapat in-strain po natin siya para maalis yung mga lumps. So, ayan. And remember yung chocolate ganache na ginawa natin kanina. Of course, maglalagay din tayo niyan para sobrang chocolatey yung taste. And at the same time, parang ice cream siya na chocolate. Ganun yung lasa niya. So, mangyayari yun if we incorporate the chocolate ganache as well. So, ayan. Kaya medyo marami yung ginagawa nating chocolate ganache kasi kasali din siya sa choco mousse layer. I-reserve natin yan. Mag-reserve pa tayo ng konti later for the layering process. So, ayan. Wini-weigh out ko yan to make sure na tama lang yung malagay natin, hindi sobra. So, kapag ka naman magbebenta na talaga, pwede nyo namang bawasan yung mga amounts na nilalagay ko dito. Ito kasi, sobrang special nito eh. So, ayan, nagput ako ng 180 grams. So, kapag actually nagbebenta na tayo, pwede namang maglagay lang tayo ng 120 to 150 grams. Parang okay na yon. Pero since for demo ito, kaya mas ginawa kong special and mas dinamihan ko kasi hindi ko naman po ito ibebenta. Pero kapag magbebenta na tayo, pwede po natin nabawasan yung mga amounts na nilalagay ko. Tulad din sa chocolate ganache, pwede rin tayong magbawas sa parang ano po natin yan, diskarte po natin kung paano natin gagawing profitable yung ating product. So, kapag kasi masyado din tayo marami nilalagay, hindi na ganun ka profitable. So, yun. So, ayan, nag-add ako ng extra na whipping cream and condensed milk para mas mag-lighten yung color niya. Kasi, based sa mga nakita ko na yung product mismo ni Langga, medyo may pagka-light brown lang yung color niya. And as you can see, deep yung pagka-brown niya. Kaya, naglagay pa tayo ng another half a cup of whipping cream and condensed milk just to sweeten the choco mousse layer a bit. So, ayan, hindi po ito masyadong matamis ha. Kasi nga, ano siya, bitterness lava cake nga. So, may pagka-dark chocolate ang lasa nito. So, hindi natin din papaabutin na maging sobrang stiff siya. Parang medium lang yung pagka-stiff niya. Yung tipong a little bit soft pa siya. Kasi kapag sobrang stiff na nito, may hirapan tayong mag-spread out ng layer mamaya itong choco mousse layer. So, better to keep it at parang medium stiff lang. And yung tipong soft pa siya. Yan. Parang ice cream. Ganun yung consistency na ini-aim natin. Kasi kapag ganun lang yung consistency niya, hindi siya mahirap i-spread out. Hindi tayo mahihirapan later sa layering process. So, and also yung speed na ginamit ko dito is only low to medium speed lang po. Hindi natin kailangan mag-high speed para din ma-avoid natin na ma-overbeat naman yung ating choco mousse layer. So, ayan, very gentle lang yung mixing natin. Hindi natin kailangan na maging stiff peak to. Dapat medyo soft pa yung texture niya. Yun nga, para mas madali natin ma-spread out later on. So, ayan, yung texture niya is parang ice cream talaga. Since yun yung ini-aim natin na mangyari. So, ayan, i-mix-mix lang natin until makuha natin yung desired texture or consistency na gusto natin. So, ayan, by the end of this, na lang ako, low speed na lang to. So, first low speed, then gradually increase yung speed sa hanggang 2 lang ata ng mixer. Then, ayan, kapag paano na siya, low speed na lang. Para, ma-make sure na lahat na mix na. So, ayan, by time to time, gamit tayo ng spatula to make sure na yung pati sa ilalim is na mix. As you can see, may mga white pa nga, or sobrang dark pa na chocolate, yung ganache na ilagay natin hindi pa ganun na mix, kaya we need to use the spatula para ma-make sure natin na everything is well combined. So, ayan, mini-mix lang natin, and make sure na yung size din ng bowl is also nadadamay. So, ayan, as you can see, almost ready na to. I-mix lang natin ng one last time. Then, ayan, okay na yung ating choco-mousse layer. Actually, okay na ito, pero I just want to make sure na mix na siya. So, ayan, ganito dapat. As you can see, sobrang smooth and parang ang fluffy ng texture niya, diba? So, ayan, ganyan yung texture na hinahanap natin for this layer. So, ayan, after we have finished doing all of that, we can now proceed to the layering process. So, ayan, to keep the cakes moist and to balance the flavor, maglagay tayo ng parang coffee soak sa ating cake. So, ayan, maglagay tayo ng 1 teaspoon of coffee, and then some half tablespoon of dark brown sugar, then another half tablespoon, so 1 tablespoon, then maglagay tayo ng 3 tablespoon of hot water to dilute the coffee and the sugar. So, ayan, ganun lang yung gagawin natin for the soak. Then, after that, i-mix natin to make sure it is well combined. As you can see, sobrang moist, diba, ng ating cake. So, i-brush lang natin yan on the top of our cake, and this will keep the cake super moist, and at the same time, it will balance the flavors. Kasi medyo bitter ang ating coffee. So, ayan. Kahit i-freezer mo to, yung cake natin is super moist pa din. So, the first layer would be the dark chocolate ganache, and we are going to put around 155 grams of the ganache. But, sabi ko nga, sa layering process, it is all up to us. We can adjust the quantities para ma-meet natin yung costing na gusto natin. So, since this is a demo, gusto kong talagang maging special siya at makita niya yung layering ng cake. Pero if actual na ibibenta, pwede mo namang i-reduce yan. So, before we proceed to the second layer, that i-chill natin. That ganito yung itsura ng ganache natin. Pinakita ko earlier, dapat set na siya. I-ref natin siguro ng around 10 minutes para mag-set yung ganache natin before we put the second layer, which is the choco mousse layer. So, since I want the layer to be really even, gumamit po ako ng piping bag for that. And it is mess-free as well kapag gumagamit tayo ng piping bag. And as you can see, sobrang smooth ng application natin, and we are going to ensure an even layer of frosting, or yung choco mousse layer nga is magiging even because we used piping bag. And also, it is much easier na ilagay. Hindi na tayo hindi na siya maraming smoothening process kapag ganito yung ginawa natin. Madali lang natin napapakinis, which you can also see sa mga later clips. So, ayan, nakita mo na, okay na yung ating choco mousse layer. Then, ayan, we are going to use an offset spatula to smoothen out the layer and to make it more even. So, ayan, gumamit din ako ng later on, after I use an offset spatula, I also use a small palette knife so that I can go to the sides of the tin can and to make it more smoother. And there, as you can see, kasi may mga spot na hindi kayang maabot nung malaki na na offset spatula. So that's why I use a smaller palette knife like this, so you can go around the edges of the tin can and make it more even. So ayan, remember the chocolate ganache that we made earlier? We are going to put dollops of it on the top of our choco mousse layer. So kasi napansin ko sa cake ni Langga, may mga parang swirls siya sa taas, and gagamitin natin to para gumawa ng swirls. And I also suggest na kapag nag-thicken na yung ganache natin, medyo mas mahirap siya. So, you can put hot water to make it thinner. So, ayan yung ginamit ko nga dito. Masyado na siyang thick na yung ganache natin. Kaya medyo nahirapan ako mag-swirl. Pero if you use yung ganache na bagong luto lang siya, or nalagyan mo siya ng hot water, mas madali siyang swirl. Pero okay lang din naman kung gayahin nyo to, pero yun nga, mas mahirap lang siyang swirl. So ayan, swirl ko lang until makuha ko yung desired na design na gusto ko. So ayan, nasa sa atin yan, it's all up to us kung ano yung swirl na or outcome na gusto natin. So after a long process, ito na siya, almost finished na yung ating lava cake. So ayan, and yung final touch natin is the caramel fudge. So ayan, so you can use any caramel fudge you have, and there you go. So ito na yung finish output ng ating lava cake. As you can see, sobrang hirap ng process, diba? Pero worth it at the end. So ayan, as in sobrang ganda, and pinatikim ko ito sa parents ko, and sobrang nasarapan talaga sila. So thank you for watching. I hope natuto po kayo sa video tutorial na ito. For questions, feel free to leave them below sa comments, or you can PM me, and of course gagawa ko ng GC or community chat for this tutorial. Thank you everyone!